Michael Dunn is the guy who shot a 17-year-old black kid because he didn't like his, quote, thug music. He pretended later that he thought he might have seen a weapon in the car as they were playing the music. There was actually 4 people in the car. Just the 17-year-old driver is the one who got killed. But he told his fiancée at the time that, in fact, he had not seen any weapons. So he got convicted on 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder, I should say, and also firing into a car. But he did not get convicted on the actual murder charge. It was a mistrial, and it looks like the prosecutors will try him again. Now, again, he was not acquitted either. Be clear about that. So if you're unsure about Michael Dunn and what kind of guy he is, well, it's interesting. CNN has gotten a hold of some tapes where in prison he's talking to his fiancée, Rhonda Rouer, the same person who explained that at the time he knew that the kids did not have a weapon and fired into their car, killing one of them anyway. Let's listen to what he says on the tapes. And by the way, at the very end there, what you're going to hear is him referring to living by himself in a cell rather than what he thinks is a worse possibility. But first, he starts talking about how he's a victim.
I was thinking about that today. It's like, I'm the fucking victim here. I was the one who was victimized. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's like they attacked me. I'm the victim.
Right.
I'm the victor, but I was the victim too. I guess it'd be better than being in a room with them animals.
So at the end there, saying staying in his own cell is better than living with them animals. And he's telling his fiancée that he's the effing victim here. Now remember, there was no weapon at all in the car, nor did he think there was a weapon, according to what he told his fiancée at the time. He was victimized by their loud music, so he felt justified in murdering them. But in his mind, he's the victim. And by the way, just for adding insult to injury, I'm also the victor, he said. But then went on with his victim mentality. Poor me, poor me. I was victimized by a tiny little bit of music there, and they talked back to me. How dare that young boy talk back to me, right? I was the victim. You see that? These conservatives that always walk around like tough guys, like, oh, the liberals with their victim mentality, always asking for something, right? No, that's projection. Because in their minds, they're always victimized. Oh no, poor me, a black kid talked back to me. He said music was too loud. Well, I'm not a real man, I can't take him on, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pull out my fake, you know what, so I can murder him in cold blood without giving him any chance to fight back at all. Because in his mind, he's always the victim. A poor little Michael Dunn, what could he do? And then that, like I said, that little part about how he's the victor. What did you win, asshole? What did you win? You think that's winning? Firing all those bullets into a car and killing that 17-year-old kid? You think that's winning? What did you win? If you still support Michael Dunn, you're a bad person. I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to say, right? I mean, like, we're supposed to be allowed to disagree on things. Of course, you want to disagree on political issues. Of course we can do that, right? You believe in supply-side economics? Okay, that's weird to me, but that's a fair debate. If you think Michael Dunn's the good guy here, based on the overwhelming evidence of what Michael Dunn has said and done, witnesses on the scene said that right before he shot, he said, you can't talk back to me. And then he shot the kid and murdered him for talking back to him. If you think Michael Dunn is the victim and you think he's the good guy, there's something wrong with you. You're a bad person, man. And you're also possibly dangerous, because you think that you can murder people if they talk back to you. You know who thinks that? A thug thinks that, right? If they play their music a little too much or too loud or they inconvenience you a little bit, you think you could take out a gun and shoot them and you think that's winning? You're a terrible human being. If you don't like that, that's a sad day for you, because that's who you are. You're an ugly, ugly person if you're on Michael Dunn's side.